He had a solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Jets and the Cowboys, next on Madden NFL 23.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State in the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, it's Zach Wilson.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
Now Hall to start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. They'll run with Hall. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make the play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Wilson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 38-yard line. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson under pressure. They got him again. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face, almost instantaneous. Quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were
under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And he was certainly solid, maybe a little bit more last week in his NFL debut, threw a couple touchdown passes and earned his first victory. Now, we all know it's not going to be easy from here, but at least now he's seeing what it takes to win at this level.
They'll start out here with the option left. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time unwrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels, and picking up some nice yardage.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. He'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And able to work his way down to the 16. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll look to throw here.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Back to throw now on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first, it's good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas.
A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Cowboys are on the board first here this afternoon.
An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, This is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And they had a long drive going last time, but it stalled out. But still, maybe something positive to carry forward from that last drive.
Well, a few different things that you carry forward. Number one, as you noted, they were moving it pretty well, so that gives them a lot of confidence. The second part is, keep your defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest up a little bit. And last but not least, you've taken a good look at what you've done on offense, noted where the weaknesses are, and you know when you want to come back to them.
Like when you're organized with your points. Well done.
A, B, and C.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. On third down, Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Give to Hall running right.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down.
On third down, here's Hall.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. On first down, right back to Hall.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Now it's Wilson. He finds Corey Davis.
And he is going to have a Jets first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Wilson to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Wilson.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson.
They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Throwing again here, Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He was 4-4 on that opening drive, including the touchdown pass, as he'll try again here to duplicate that success, starting with a first down.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Second down and 4.
They'll drop to throw.
Got this complete to the tight end Pitts.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 40. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Holding offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. And that one results in 35 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. They'll set up to throw.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into it because they were there to help break that pass up.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw again. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Well, this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
And New York set to take the field. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And a short pickup to about the 25.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
That's Akeem Hicks, the towering NFL vet, coming in for the sack.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Looking to throw.
Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Back to throw. Hopkins on the grab over the middle.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And his kick here is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll get our tour started out at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And it's the visitors who are out in front in the second quarter. Dak Prescott has thrown a touchdown pass. We'll stay in the NFC North as we head over to the Motor City to check on the Lions at home in Detroit. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one. Chris Olave, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And they've got the lead over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Paris Campbell, a touchdown reception. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jets. And not much went right in those first two quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They were victorious a week ago over Philadelphia. They lead here as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Off the option, here's Taylor.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll set up a throw. And he will find his man on the outside.
And he will have a Cowboys first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Going to run the sweep here. This is Hopkins. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Holding offense.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Buying time to, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking him.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Wilson.
That pass complete to Moore. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
Officially just 27 yards there on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
2nd and 3. This pass going to be caught by Hardman.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Oh, the option to give to Taylor here. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd and 1. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Cowboys take a 3-touchdown lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
That 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. That that time a 6-play drive.
And it's finished off by the touchdown from DeAndre Hopkins.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. New York ready to go again offensively. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
After the sack on first down, Wilson.
And they were looking to set up the screen, but that's going to be incomplete. Almost wound up going the other way. Well covered defensively, and it'll bring up third down.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so he can only go so far outside. And they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great 10.
Dallas offense set for this next drive.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what ended up.
And oh, he coughed it up. And it's scooped up by the Jets. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10.
Just shy of the 30. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson.
He's got this one completed to Mims.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. Here's Wilson to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down. To throw again is Wilson. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. The offense on third down, they've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This will be 3rd and 6. Forced out to his, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, I guess an interception at this point on fourth down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go to the ground again with Taylor. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson.
On the slant, he's got Davis.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now Wilson on 1st down.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
And now out come the Jets.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
Back to the air, Wilson after the pick 6.
Able to connect with Mims.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson.
He's got the connection to Moore.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now it's Wilson.
He'll air this one out for Mims.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Again, Wilson. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
And this is caught. He hits Moore.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So the fourth down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10.
Now it's Wilson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Throwing is Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
And out now come the Cowboys.
Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not. And I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. That's a burst right there.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now a give to Taylor. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
Open man, Lamb. It's complete.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 29-yard line. The 3rd down conversion successful. A gain of 11.
They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Cowboys, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0.
And they'll get to stay home again next week as Washington comes to town.
Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens.